Hello and welcome. Today we're going to make sambar. As you can see the ingredients. We're going to make it in two steps. The first step is basic sambar, which you can use for your rice and everything. And the second step, once we add some additional ingredients, we make the sambar suitable for dosa and idli. Ingredients, two-step ingredients. Step one is making the sambar. I have two vegetables, drumsticks, and peeled small onions, spurred onions. You can have any different things, capsicums, regular onions. Instead of drumstick, you can have radish or mullangi or moola, matter. But today I chose these two because this one brings a very good flavor and so does this. For the tadka, I have mustard seeds and fenugreek. Sambar powder, obviously. Asafoetida, hing or perengayam, fantastic. Pinch of that. Salt, of course. Imli or puli, tamarind, and dal. This is pressure cooked and ready dal. And the last but not the least ingredient is actually oil, which I use gingerly oil. It brings out a nice flavor, sesame oil or gingerly oil. This is it for the sambar. We have the separate set of ingredients for the additives or the what we call as Araichu Vitta or grind and put inside the sambar. I'm going to show it in the next step. Okay, we'll start doing this. I put the oil in. I'm going to put the tadka. Okay, that's good enough. I think it's sputtering now. I'm going to put the onions inside. And I had taken frozen drumsticks, so I just put some water and filtered it out. I'm putting them both inside. And I'm adding the sambar powder. And along with that, let's add a pinch or a little bit of hing asafoetida and a tablespoon and a half of salt, and actually saute the mixture. Doing this actually will help all these spices, the sambar powder and everything, nicely infuse into the vegetables before it starts cooking in the water. We'll be adding water in a minute. Now let's add tamarind. Again, I'm adding a tablespoon and a half into this mixture and mixing it up all together again. Once it's nicely mixed up, add some water and bring it to boil. While the vegetables are getting cooked, let's go and grind some special masala for the flavor for the sambar. For the true sambar flavor, what I have here is coconut, probably a cup, coriander seeds, 2 tablespoons, and 2 Kashmiri chilies, not regular chilies because Kashmiri chilies don't have any spice, it has the flavor, 2 Kashmiri chilies. All I'm going to do is roast these two over medium flame with a little bit of oil. Put the coconut later. You can't put the coconut along with this, otherwise coconut will burn away, and grind them into a paste. That's the next step while the sambar is getting cooked. Take about half a tablespoon of oil, put in the coriander seeds and the Kashmiri chili. Roast them a little bit over medium flame until the coriander's raw smell goes away. And once it is roasted to a level, not a lot, couple of minutes maximum, add the coconut and switch off the flame or heat. We're going to actually grind the mixture now with a little bit of water. Add less water as possible. If you want, you can add the dal or the tovarambaruppu or the paruppu which we pressure cooked and kept. Add that to this mixture, which will act as a nice medium. The dal anyway needs to go into the sambar. That way you're not liquefying the sambar a lot. Okay, let's do this. That's the kind of texture you would need at the end of the grinding. You don't need any big particles of coriander seeds or anything sticking out. Little liquefied. The Kashmiri chili gives the color. The coconut gives a nice creamy thing. Okay. In this step, all we are going to do is take the dal, what we boiled and kept, put it into a bowl and mash it up with a hand mixture. This will make sure that the sambar is very smooth, homogeneous, and not liquid coming in the top and solids going in the bottom. It's very simple step. One thing you need to keep in mind is that you cannot add the dal before the vegetables are cooked, because dal adds a lot of thickness to the liquid, and once you add the dal, the vegetables are not going to cook. The vegetables need to cook in really a thin medium of liquid with all the spices. That way everything gets imbibed. I think now we are good enough to, I think everything is nicely cooked. So all we're going to do is, first step, we're going to add the dal. Because the dal is in room temperature, it's going to, see, we mashed up the dal. And the reason we mashed up the dal, like I said, is that it makes a nice homogeneous. See how it mixes up very well. So it reduces the heat, combines with all the other ingredients, and makes it into a single, look at this, single homogeneous mass. It won't settle down. If you don't mash up the dal, it'll be in little chunks and it'll settle to the bottom. Now it will not settle to the bottom. Nicely homogeneous mass. Basically at this point, your regular sambar, if you want a regular sambar, you're done. All you need is to garnish this with some little kadipata or karavepalai or curry leaves, and you're done with your sambar. But what we're going to now do is add the additives what we put, which will give it the special flavor. Okay, now we are ready to add the next additive what we ground with nice paste. People always wonder why the sambar in the restaurants always taste a little differently. Why am I not able to make it at home? This is the secret, guys. This, whatever I'm putting here, this final thing, whatever I'm putting here, that is the secret of the recipe for the hotels, especially when they give it for dosa and idli. The coconut and the coriander seeds roasted and then ground and added on top of the rest of the sambar. Look at this, beautiful. And because coconut is creamy, it'll bring down a little bit of acidity of the tamarind or imli or puli. Bring it to a boil over a medium flame. 3 to 4 minutes should be good. Garnished with kadipata, karvepalai or curry leaves, and enjoy.